real bad. I thought every phase, offense, even special teams, really contributed in that win. That was real cool. The offense finishing the second quarter, the end of the half with the TD. We had that bad turnover to start the third. I think they went down and scored. Fred's turnover was huge. JJ to get that 40-yarder after that turnover was big on capitalizing. And then the teams, those 2 punts at the end by Morstead, going to the 6 and the 10 on those last 2 drives, I believe, were huge. So everyone had their part in not doing great, but everyone also had their part in doing really well, which ended a win, and it was a hell of a deal.
What was your assessment of Mac Jones?
I thought Mac played real well. We had a number of things we had to change up. It was a big deal losing Juice there early in the game, especially with Kittle out, just the stuff we had to do with other tight ends. So we were scrambling there for a little bit, trying to figure some things out. Thought he handled the situation well. Thought he delivered the ball real well. Obviously would like to have that fumble back. Hopefully we can get rid of it a little earlier. It didn't look like anyone was really open, though. But I thought he did a hell of a job.
How did you feel like Thomas and Brown adjusted with both Kittle and?
I know it was huge, just like they did last week with Kittle going down. They had to be ready for a lot of stuff they weren't expecting. And then today with Juice going down, it was huge too, because we had to flip their positions a number of times. You don't get many reps at fullback, and for Jake to be ready at fullback and Luke to be ready to bounce back between Y and F, those guys are studs.
You started off with 2 road games. You're not healthy, and you're 2-0. How significant is that?
Yeah, it's awesome. However you do it, to be 2-0, it all counts the same. Yes, we did have to overcome a number of injuries. I was real proud of the guys doing it. It was awesome. Trent was able to go today and battle through that game. JJ being able to go battle through that game. Both of them had big plays. But I'm real proud of the guys.
Think of the injury situation suggested it could be a big McCaffrey game, and he obviously got his touches, but it wasn't crazy. But does that suggest the confidence you did have in Mac to play the football?
Yeah. It's you look at how people are playing us. Like I didn't plan on that stuff any different than we did last week. Just sometimes it goes more, sometimes it goes less. But we had no concerns about Mac going into that game. We were real confident in him.
What kind of work has Mac put in from the time he got to you to now that has made you so confident?
Just how he approaches every day. Every day he's on it. He never takes a day off. He's just as far as how he works on the practice field, how he is in the meetings. He's always grinding. So he's been ready since OTA 1 and never felt any difference.
What did you think of the 4th down play there? Huff got in there. Were you just kind of waiting for somebody to make a play?
Oh, that was awesome. Like I forgot to mention that. And then Huff finishing it there at the end. Would love for us to stay on the field and finish it on O and run out the clock. We didn't do that. Timo had the huge punt. And then Huff to finish it like that was big time.
Kyle, on the 2-minute drive before the half, you guys got up to the line. It looked like some extra clock ran, and they were holding. What was going on there? Did you get an explanation?
Oh, yeah, I think they messed up the clock. I think they maybe stopped it. We weren't out. We got a big play before that, and I think they stopped the clock, but we couldn't figure out what was going on, so we just had to wait till they got the clock right.
Kyle, this can be such a hard place to play, but late in the fourth quarter, it sounded like it was hard for them. How was that to have the turnout that your fans came?
Oh, it's so cool. I mean, one of my favorite times in my career was 2019. How many fans we had here, how loud that game was, and then watching them on Bourbon Street after. Driving around yesterday or coming back from our walkthrough on the bus Saturday, just seeing a bunch of groups of Niner fans walking around. So I know our guys travel well, but it seems like we travel here better. The stadium almost seemed 50-50. There was times we didn't have to do the silent cadence during the game, which was unusual. And then you can hear our guys at the end. So I'm going to be happier with our fans. It was pretty cool. No, I didn't. Just some people send me the film. I wish we could have, but.
What do you think of the pass defense in particular? Close out the game.
I loved how they closed out the game. I mean, at time, I thought the drive before, the penalties, we got them to third down a number of times. I don't know the numbers, but I feel like there was 3 penalties that we gave them first downs on, maybe 2. Got to tighten it up. That did enough to win.
Do you have any flashbacks when Panero missed the first extra point?
No, it was good. It didn't faze me at all.
Solid called Bosa and Huff this week, like closers for you guys. And the O-line's going to be a little bit more in town. Those plays, obviously, they both did that today. Kind of count on them to deliver like that consistently.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what separates those guys. I mean, there's not many people who coaches will call closers or people like that. Those are 2 that are closers. It was an awesome job them doing it. Bosa closed it last week on a sack fumble, and then Huff closed it this week. So 2 big-time plays by those guys.
Is Brock making enough progress where he has a chance to play next Sunday, or do you think it'll still be the Mac show?
I think there's a chance, but we got to see how the toe goes. It's very up to debate, and so we're just taking a day at a time.
Anything else, Alice? All right, cool.
All right, thanks, guys.
Bourbon Street.
What's up, AP?
Hey, Matt.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Yeah, I know. From LA, Lower Alabama. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Matt. Say, Mac, outside of the obvious trying to win the game today, what were some of the important things you were trying to accomplish in your approach to the game?
Yeah, really, I've worked a lot on my mindset this off season, and obviously when you're having your first start, you're gonna have a couple nerves, but just working through those. And once I finally got into a rhythm, and I felt like the line did a great job blocking for me, and when they do that, I know I can sit in there and let it fly. So definitely things to clean up, but really proud of the guys at defense, special teams, and I definitely had a plan coming in, and I'm gonna learn from the mistakes I made and then fix them, and that's all you can do. You got to start somewhere. So.
Mackie, you mentioned the nerves. And how did those kind of manifest? How did you work through them?
Yeah.
Play some snaps.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just like not making it bigger than it is, and like sometimes when you have them, like you fight them, but like you can't really do that. You just got to let them come and figure out how to work through it. And a lot of it's just breathing and slowing down your pulse. And obviously worked on that this off season, and got to continue to grow in that area. But really, the guys around me, like Trent, came up to me. He's like, "You're good, dude. Just go out there and hoop." And I was like, "I got you. I can go hoop." And then once he said that, I was like, "All right, let's play ball." So that was kind of cool.
Was there a completion or a run or something that were you like, okay, I feel like I'm locked in now?
Honestly, just like the first series, I just felt like I could have done a better job, starting and finishing, to be honest. And then everything in between, like I felt like pretty rhythmic and stuff. But I know there's going to be things I missed on tape, like I already know. And like Mick Lombardi did a good job on the sideline. He's like, just stay in it. You're good. Like we're going to win this. And he knows me really well. So like he knows I need to be like tunnel vision and just focus on my job and let everything else take care of itself.
How
Can you
important
talk
was
us
that
through
drive? Go ahead.
Can you take us through the touchdown of Juwan and like
Yeah.
whether you practiced that, whether you saw it develop during the game, how did it come about?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle, that's one of Kyle's favorite plays, and we always have it in the game plan, and they gave us a different look than what we were kind of thinking. And Juwan just had a drive-by and just caught it, and I just looked to the left a little bit, moved the backer, and then threw it, and then he took it to the house. But he did a great job, obviously playing through some stuff, and love those guys' effort and energy out there today.
You looked to the left a little bit. It was not a no-look pass.
I don't know. I'll have to watch the tape. Get that TV copy going.
One eye.
Ask Pete.
How important was that drive right before the half? Obviously, it created some separation, a lot of confidence going into the second half.
Yeah, we talked about it in our meeting with Kyle, and the middle 8 is what everyone calls it, right? So obviously it came out. I didn't start very fast, but I felt like the guys did a good job just having my back and like, hey guys, let's double up here and see what we can do. So we definitely got a touchdown on that drive and kind of got the rhythm going. And then coming out at half, just like we really wanted to go down there and score, obviously, but I had a little fumble there, and I just took too long to throw it. So it's not on the offensive line, like it's my fault. So I got to learn from that and just get rid of the ball and try and just get a field goal or a touchdown on that drive.
Mac, I guess not to be too dramatic, but I mean, when you become a backup quarterback, your next shot isn't guaranteed. I guess how nice is it to have a moment like this, after having success previously?
Yeah, I think I know I can play really well, and I know this organization and team has really done a good job just trying to get me on track, and I got a long way to go, and it's just one game, right? And it's good to just kind of feel a little bit of confidence again, and just got to carry that to the next week. And I mean, it's just like I said, it's one game. If you lose it or win it, it shouldn't matter. Your process should stay the same, and that's what I'm going to do.
When you touch on this as far as getting comfortable, but was there like a specific throw or moment where you're like, I'm into this, and maybe some of that confidence was there?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it earlier. I don't know if you were in here, but I think Trent just came up to me. You're good. And he was like, you're good, you're good. He was like, you guys can fight each other. But Trent just came up to me. He's like, just go hoop, dude. Like, go make plays. And I was like, all right, if Trent Williams can say that, then I can do it. So that kind of just got me calmed down a little bit.
You also had a scramble with juke a guy and lowered your shoulder. I mean, how do you balance being aggressive with, like, the season depends on you being healthy?
Yeah, I mean, like last week when Brock would run, like same thing. I'm like, get down. And Adrian came up to me. He's like, dude, you got to get down. Like stop running like that. But I'm very competitive. And, yeah, I mean, I just saw him overcommitting and cut back. But there's a lot of things I can work on so I don't have to run the ball and get it to the guys who can actually make plays.
I think all three of your touchdowns came on third down. You also had some other long third down conversions.
Yeah.
What was working so well on third down?
That's one of the things I wanted to focus on. And because, like, first and second down in the NFL, like, it's tough, right? You got really good players on everywhere, and third down's like the money down. So you just have to be locked in, and it doesn't matter what happened on the first 2 plays. Like, you're in third down for a reason, and you just got to try and run the play that's called. So I feel like we did a good job of that.
What kind of interaction did you have with Brock today?
It was good. Yeah, Brock was awesome. He's helped me all week, and he's doing a good job rehabbing, and he just he knows how it is out there. He's like, you're doing great. Just keep ripping it, and that's what it's all about. And I'm just trying to go out there and help the team however I can for down the road.
Last night, you were talking about the breathing exercises. Did you do any oxygen? Was that through meditation or what was that?
Yeah, it's just they provide that from our team, and it's really cool, and I've just really bought into it and focused on it and done it every day since I've gotten here. So I feel like it's helped, but obviously got to continue with it and learn and keep doing it. Cool. Thank you.
Hey, Matt?
All that breathing paid off.
I don't know how much you get to watch the offense during the game, but were you aware of how Matt's performing? What were your thoughts on it?
No, I'm absolutely dialed into what the offense is doing. I mean, he made such big plays in this game to keep our offense in it, and of course, it's a group effort on that side, offensive line, skilled players who are touching the football. I know they obviously, want that fumble back, but all around to put up 26 points, that's gonna be winning football for us every week.
Fred, how big is it for this team to go out and win the first 2 games on the road?
It's huge. I can't, really express how big that last week's win was to get us going, to be 1-0 in the division and on the road to start the year with a lot of young guys. We knew we had a huge test ahead of us this week, especially with some guys down on the offensive side, and that didn't change our preparation in any way. It was just an understanding, right? I think you got to pack your defense on the road, and so there's so much to clean up today. I was frustrated as heck to let up 6 in those moments, especially long drives where we should have been off the field. But man, you love to clean it up after a win.
Can you take us through the last drive, Fred? They were chipping away at 5-6 yard throws, and then you had your pass breakup and then Huffs. What was going on that drive? And is there any flashback to Seattle where they got you all back down to the red zone?
Yeah, no, I think the biggest thing in those moments is, man, nobody has to be Superman. They're the ones that got to be Superman in those moments, right? They're the ones that got to try to chunk us down the field all the way to eventually score a touchdown. It's not even, they weren't even trying to, it's not a field goal situation. They're trying to get a touchdown, right? So all the pressure's on them. Let them catch those 3, 4, 5 yard catches. Make him play quarter. It's a young quarterback. We have tons of respect for Spencer Rattler, right? We spoke on that before the week, but for a young player, it's hard for him to really dice a defense, as talented as ours, to really go all the way down the field, and especially without a run game. I think the run game throughout the game allowed them to continue drives, and obviously silly penalties kept them in the game on some of those drives, but we made the plays when we needed them, and so happy for Bryce, man. That was such a big play at the end, and always find a way.
Can you walk us through the forced fumble and the recovery that you had, what you saw, how you were able to get that?
Yeah, I mean, just all day they wanted to get 41 in the flat, with space. I mean, he's such a talented player with space, and you saw it today with some of the tackles that he was breaking, but I think Tig did a great job of getting out there and wrapping him up, and I mean, the dude is crazy. He had the ball way up here, and so I came in thinking I'm going to catch the ball when it flies off his head. And then last minute, as I'm arriving, there was moments in that drive prior where you see it on the tape, I'm trying my hardest to find an op, and I told those guys, I'm like, bro, it's coming. Just give me an op. And then that was the moment. Time just kind of slowed down. I was able to punch it out, and I knew for a fact he was still up. So I'm like, hey, we got to – come on. And that's why they didn't show it on the – No, I did not tell Kyle. Kyle, he makes all the decisions, right? So, but I knew for a fact they didn't show it on the big screen for a reason. So I'm like, hey, we gotta see that thing one time, right? So it's good.
When you get
2 more guys?
punts in the game by Morstead and you're down 7-10, that raised the energy level of the unit, or how does that have an effect on you guys?
No, absolutely. I think I'm so happy for Timo, man, to come back to his hometown and make such huge punts in those moments where we needed it. I think the field position battle was just as big, as the turnover battle, right? To be able to hold them back there, so then our defense can play backed up and put the pressure. It puts the pressure on the offense, especially late in the game. There, huge punts.
You mentioned not
Last
needing
one.
like superheroes on your guys' side. Obviously, what Huff did late was replicating what Nick did last week. Is superhero-like. Like, how does that? What is it like to see it from your vantage point on that kind of play?
Yeah, I mean, we got talent all over the field, man. It's about everybody just doing their 111, dominating their one-on-one, and in those moments, obviously it's just about even more so just being so dialed in on your one-on-one and dominating that. And you got closers like Nick Bosa and Bryce Huff and all these guys. We're only going to continue to get better, so excited.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Christian's right here. You got Nick right after. Thanks,
Christian, today you became the third player in NFL history to have 15, make sure I said, rushing touchdowns and 30 receiving touchdowns.
Cool.
Did you know that?
I did not know that. It's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
How would you describe that win in terms of the way you guys went about it?
It's an awesome win, man. Anytime you get a win in the NFL, it's awesome. We were obviously down a lot of guys, had some adversity come up, but offense, defense, special teams to close that game out the way we did was awesome. I think there's obviously always room for improvement, but overall the win column, being 2-0 right now, is awesome. So headed back on that plane will feel much better.
What was your
What did you
impressions?
tell Mac Jones this week when he was going to get named as starter?
I didn't tell him anything. Mac's played a lot of football games. He's won a lot of games. He's been in that position before, and we all had full confidence in him. He had confidence in us, and I love the way he plays. He plays with so much swagger. He gives it his all. He's so loose on the sideline and a great leader. So, with a guy like Brock down and having Mac come in and step up like that was awesome.
Mac was saying that he had some nerves early in the game, but Trent told him just to go out there and hoop. Did you get a sense that his confidence was kind of building, like he was able to settle in as the game went on?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we knew that was going to be a fight of a game. It's a good team, and a guy like Mac, you just never know when it's going to be. He can make any throw on the field at any point in the game, and sometimes when bad stuff happens in the first drive, or you might go 3 and out, whatever it may be, you can't get down because you never know with our defense. You never know when you're going to be up again. So I thought he did a great job staying poised the entire game.
Sorry about that drive right before halftime. How you guys were able to get down the field so fast and get it done.
Yeah, that was a huge drive. Our offense is complicated, and the 2-minute can be complicated too. So for new guys all over the field to come in and execute that way, that was really cool. And I'll have to go back and look at the tape because sometimes you forget what new guys were in there. But a guy like Kendrick Bourne who just recently got here, obviously Max stepping up on the first play. We had new guy at left guard, like new guys all over the field who, when they come in and you can execute, that's rare. That doesn't happen everywhere.
Was there any kind of relief of finally getting in the end zone again? It's been a while.
Yeah, definitely. Love to get there a lot more. So, but no, I mean, I'm so happy to be playing on this team and feeling good. So, we'll continue to get better and grow and get ready for next week.
You guys have a lot of young players. As part of this kind of developing winning habits for those young guys on the team, you kind of see how you go through these last few weeks and
Say that one more time, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you have a lot of young players on this team. Is part of this kind of developing winning habits for those guys, kind of learning how to win these kind of games?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, our team plays and practices with a really high standard, and I think the way we prepare during camp has a lot to do with that, and guys don't take plays off, and I think when you look at some of our guys who are big name guys, they're some of the hardest workers on the team, and they do a really good job setting the standard. So when a young guy or backup does come in, there's not a drop off, and we just like playing in one way.
All right.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, right here.
When you had your sack, do you think that was going to be enough and the game might be done?
Maybe a little bit, but there was a lot of time left, and obviously we had to keep our head in it.
Can you just take us through that fourth down play and like you guys, everybody on the defensive front did their job and Huff comes in on the other side?
Yeah, I feel like we saved our best rush for the end, and I kicked inside and rushed the guard, and I just saw the ball flailing around, so it was good. Happy for Huff.
What have you learned about your defense in
just feels a lot better. In the past, we seems like we find a way to lose, and 2 games like this, dogfights, to start the year, and just closing it on defense. There's no better feeling.
How big is it to lose 2 games on the road to start the season?
Huge, yeah, big time. We're going home next week. We're excited.
Did you see Upton sack, and did you see anything kind of?
I dapped him up. Yeah, it was nice.
As the new left knee, how's it feeling?
It's a little sore. Just a long game. A lot of power rushes. So I'll be good.
On, Bryce, his transition here, part of the appeal for him was working with Salah again. He was going to be able to play to his strengths. How have you seen him blossom?
Yeah, I mean he's a hand in the ground player. He's not a outside backer, and he could rush like anybody in the league, and we knew that. Obviously, Salah knew that, and I'm really happy to have him. I'm happy for him. His time in Philly, obviously winning a Super Bowl is great, but I don't think they utilized him great. So it's kind of a resurgence for him, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
I know on Wednesday you really like Mac and what he's brought since he got here. What were your impressions? I know you probably weren't around him too much, but just being around the sideline, seeing him play, what'd you think?
He's just fun energy. To have a backup quarterback who has that much swagger, and kind of the offense feeds off of it, and did a great job today.
All right. Jawan's right here. He'll be our last one.
Twin.
Take us through the touchdown and how that play came around.
Oh yeah, it was just I would say a normal routine play that we run a lot. Saw cover 2. In my mind, I wasn't thinking I was gonna get the ball because the backer dropped and got depth, but Mac ripped it, and a beautiful ball and got into the end zone.
I just heard Nick talking about Mac's kind of fun personality. What does that do for you guys from being in the huddle in the second?
It gives us a lot of energy. He plays with a lot of passion. I think that's what San Francisco's made, this team about. We come out and we're just fiery and ready to go, and Mac is a great example of that.
One where you, looks like you had a little ankle injury.
Yeah.
At all concerned that was gonna be a problem?
Pain is pain, but we worked through it. Training staff took care of me really well, and we was able to get back out there and perform like normal.
How'd you feel about the adjustments? I mean, with Juice going out, you guys had 2 tight ends in there a lot. How did
Yeah.
you feel out there?
It was just just relying on training. Everybody was ready. I went out last week, so just everybody just relying on their training and taking practice and applying it to the field.
After you scored your touchdown, you went over to the crowd. There was a lot of 49er fans in that crowd. What do you think of just that presence?
I love it. And everywhere we go and we see 49ers fans, and it just turns me up. Like, I can't wait, and it kills me if I can't play. And knowing, like, we got all these old faithful here, it's like, that's what it's about.
All good? Thanks, John.